It is very hard to come to a place where you have to be honest and you have to see yourself for who you really are and what's really going on in your life, and some of the things in your life you may be like, why is it constantly happening to me, or why it seems like things is just a revolving door and nothing is changing. Nothing is changing because you haven't made the choice to change who you are. In order for things to change, you have to change. And that's a lot of the times we have a problem with. Nobody really likes change. And nobody really likes holding themselves accountable for shit. We don't. And I am someone, yes, I haven't held myself accountable in the ways that I need to hold myself accountable. So, for all those who think that change is going to miraculously happen and God is one day going to show up and he's just going to sprinkle some sparkle and it's all going to go away, that's not how it works. God does not work until you work. He don't. He going to sit with you, but if you don't move, he don't move. And I've come to that realization that, Christina, until you start holding yourself accountable and changing the way you move in this life, nothing else is going to change. So, the things that I started doing in order to make the change. The first thing I did was I've learned that I love being by myself. I do. I enjoy my own company. But with enjoying my own company, I've realized that I need to do things that feed my soul. So now when I get up in the morning, one of the first things I do, one or two things. Either I come and I sit for maybe 20, 30 minutes and I read my Bible. That is the first thing I do. I talk to God. That's a must. Me and him, we got to be on the same page, because there ain't no way in hell with all the that be going on that I can just make it through life and be okay. It's just we got to be in constant communication, and I get real specific with him, and I tell him how I really feel about whatever is going on. And if he has assigned me to something and I feel like it's for me, I tell him how I really feel. Like, why are you putting me through this? I know this is a lesson I have to learn, but I don't want to learn this lesson right now. And I'm honest with him. Yes, we have a very open relationship. Next. The next thing I do is I set goals for myself. And I write these things down. And I'm very intentional about them. So, if you are on this journey in life where you need things to change and you need to shift, start writing things down. It could be the smallest thing, tiniest thing. It doesn't, whatever your goal is, or you want to move towards a goal or move towards a change. It's the tiniest thing. Put one thing you're going to do for an entire week. Whether it's before my kids get up in the morning, I am going to get up 20 minutes before my children get up in the morning, and I am going to sit with myself. Or if it's 20 minutes after they go to bed and I'm taking care of everybody, I am going to sit with myself. I'm going to make my tea. I'm going to pour my wine. Whatever you're going to do, however you enjoy being alone, whatever you choose to do, that is your business. But the first thing I want you to do, or I recommend you do, is make the time. Before you say, oh, I want to do this, let's make the time to do this first. That's the first thing. And the first thing I realized that I needed to do was make the time and be intentional about it. So now when I get up, the first thing I do, I don't do nothing else. I talk to God, and then I go to the gym before I do anything else. Everything else can wait. But this time I've carved out for me to help me figure out all the things that be going on in my head throughout the day that I don't address. We gonna sit and we gonna talk to God about them, and we gonna figure them out one by one. It's not the big goals that matter, it's the small ones. But we just need to be consistent with the small ones. So the first thing that I did with making this change into walking into the version of me that I really need to be, or that God sees for me, is I've had to learn to sit with myself. And I've had to sit with myself in silence and hold myself accountable for all the things that I haven't done or I want to do that I haven't started yet. That is the first thing you have to do, is learn to sit with yourself.